What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, like I said, on my other lives, I'm going to get into it. We're doing missing kids report. And this young man, this touched me. I do a lot of missing kids reports and I read up on them. And this is KYRON Richard HORMAN. KYRON Richard HORMAN. And we need to check it out. So tonight my live is going to be about missing kids. That's what my live is going to be about. Please join, hit the share, hit the subscribe. You know, there's a lot of missing kids in America alone. So I'm going to try to hold it down on my own tonight. I won't be camming up. I'm only going to cam up for a little bit because I want to get this message across. Before we start, I want to, send my RIP out to kids that are missing. I have 3, and I don't know what I would do if my kids was missing. You got to understand about missing kids, because I told you I read up a lot about it. I can only put my foot in a person's shoes that have a missing kid. I can't say I actually can feel how they feel, but I do have a heart and a conscience. And you got to understand, when a kid go missing, sometimes they come back dead. Most of the time they come back dead. Or they can be sold over, anywhere in the world. Some kids never been seen again. And the worst thing in the world is you don't know if your kid is dead or alive. What's up, bro? You good? How you doing? I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. Yeah, you don't know if your kid is dead or alive. And that's probably the worst feeling in the world, not to even bury your child if it was. Because when it comes down to being a parent, once you have a kid, that's your child. That's my 3 kids is mine. Can't nobody tell me about my kids because they're my children. They're mine. I had them. I carried them for 9 months and I had them. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You feel as though you are the protector of your kids. And when something happened to your kids, father or mother, you're so upset because you are the protector. See, if something happened to my kids and they catch the pervert or pedophile or the person that kidnapped her, that's not good enough for me to put them in jail because I'm a mother. I want to lay hands on the person. Going to jail is not good enough for me. I want to touch you because you mess with my child. So you got to understand, this is very serious, and we're going to get into it. And I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 of these posters a week because there's a lot of kids. When I say kid, I'm talking from 18, 21, 22-year-old all the way down that have been kidnapped all over America that is missing. And we need to shine some light on it because somewhere somebody seen or knows something. So what we're going to get into today, before we get into it, we're going to talk about a little boy that's been kidnapped since he was 7 years old, if I'm right. His name is KYRON Richard HORMAN. And I've been looking on his case for years. I've been looking at a lot of cases, but this one really affected me. He's a handsome young man, and this is what he looked at. He's been missing for 10 to 11 years, maybe even 12. He went missing in 2010. We're going to read up on it, and this is what he looked like now. Handsome young man. And I'm going to show you a picture of him when he was little at 7 years old, when he got kidnapped or abducted. I'm going to get into it a little bit more. I don't want to give to because I want to talk about missing kids for a minute before I get into this story. We're only going to be about half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm really tired. But this is when he was a kid, and this is when he was 7 years old. This is him at 7 years old. And this is the age he got kidnapped or abducted by. 7 years old. Family never seen him again. There's a story I want to tell you. I'm going to find out this story that I'm going to tell. I'm going to find out this one and bring it up. I read a story about a little girl. She had to be about no more than 5, 6 years old. Somewhere down south. And years ago, we're talking about 80 something, or maybe 70, or late 70, 80. And I can't remember the story, but I promise you I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to look it up. Maybe not this live, but I'm going to look it up because I'm going to do little missing kids reports. But the little girl was going to school for the first day ever. And she said to her mom, I can do it, mom, I can do it. And mom said, no, wait for me, wait for me. She said, please, mom, please trust me. I'm just going to go right there to the corner. You can look out the door and see me. I could do it, mom, I could do it. You know, you got those kids that do that. You know, I had my daughter to do it, but I didn't let her do it anyway. She let the, you know, being a mother, she said, okay, you're going to be a big girl, go ahead. She had a son. She let her daughter walk to the corner to get on the bus for the first time going to school. She went to pre-K school for the first time doing it herself, and her daughter got kidnapped. So all the people know it was a red truck that drove up and grabbed the little girl. Never seen her again. It's very serious to keep your eyes on your kids. Me too. Keep your eyes on your children because there's sick people out here. You know what I mean? I did a little research. I'm going to put this down before I read up on this young man. So I did a little research about HORMAN, and he's very well known. A lot of people, if you look him up, a lot of people is on him. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can get this right. HORMAN, 7-year-old, is a little boy who disappeared from his elementary school in Portland, Oregon, June the 4th, 2010, after attending a science fair. His mother name is Desiree Young. Father name is Kane HORMAN. They were not together. They were separated. The father was with another lady named Tara, who dropped the little Tara. The stepmother dropped the little boy off and never picked him up again. So we'll get into that. The little boy, he's 3 feet 8 inches. And he disappeared 10 years, 7 months, and 21 days ago. Local and state police with FBI conducted a search for HORMAN, the little boy, with a criminal investigation following. They questioned the stepmother, but the stepmother don't know exactly what happened to this little boy. We're going to get into that. All she knows, she dropped him off at school. We're going to get into that. Before we get into that, I want to get into a little bit of the missing kids in America. A little update on them before we get started. Hold on. All right, so I'm not camming up right now because I want this to be serious and a serious message. Instead of people focusing, I want them to focus on what I'm saying. So bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. So the NCIC. As those that don't know what the NCIC stand for, most of y'all know. National Crime Information Center. National Crime Information Center. So the NIC, missing children, in 2018, 424,000 was missing in America. This is 2018. 424 children was missing in America. In 2019, just a little drop, 421,000 was missing in 2019. Every year in the U.S., United States, more than 600,000 is missing, and most of them is runaways. Yeah, you got those kids that don't want to listen. That's runaway kids. 14, 13, 15, 16, 17, sniffing themselves and want to be disrespectful and don't want to stay in the house. And you like, no. But what can you do when they get a certain age? You can't do nothing when they get a certain age. You got to let them go. It's the hardest thing probably, but you have to let them go and live. What they don't understand is people at bus stops, is people in the woods, is people waiting for people, kids like y'all. And most of them is runaways. 800,000 children are reported missing each year. Now, let me explain to y'all. We got 600 children is kidnapped, and most of them is runaways, right? So you can't say that runaways are really kidnapped. But then again, you never know, because if you read up, like I said, on missing kids, a lot of runaways don't know what they're getting into and get killed. Right? So you got, and so 800 children are reported missing. Now the difference between 600, 800 children in in America is reported missing. They said every year. Now reported missing could be like, you can call, because you got this 24-hour thing where the cops don't go look for your kid for 24 hours. So they dead or alive within an hour or whatever. Well, 800 kids that's missing, the ones that's missing, they was reported. So out of those 800 kids, they might come home in 3 hours, or they might come home in 3 days, or you might find them at a friend's house. That's why they said reported. There's a difference between reported and missing. Majority of them probably been missing. And we're just talking about kids in America. We're talking about kidnapped kids that been abducted in America. If you go on any state in this world, they have a program. You can look up the stories, and it's very sad. There was a kid at 12 years old, went to throw the trash away, never seen again. Never seen again. My son's 14 years old. I say, leave the door open so I can see you throw the trash away. Yes. Yeah, so I want to get in, because, I'm not going to be on here long. I haven't been doing a lot lately. I've been feeling a little weak lately, but I'm not going to be on here long. But I want to get into this little boy's story real quick, because I feel as though it need to have some light on it. And tomorrow I'm going to do another story. I forgot the kid name. I'm going to do another story tomorrow. But this kid right here, disappearing of KYRON HORMAN. I'm going to show you again. Let me show you a couple of pictures of this kid, because it's very sad. And it doesn't matter what color they are. They're kids. They're being kidnapped, Oh, no. All right, hold on. My bad. I'm sorry. I hope I ain't messed up my live. I want to cam. Oh, here you go. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm not really good with this. So I'm going to show you another, that we seen that picture. So we seen this. This is what he would look like now. That's what he would look like now. Once again, let me see. This is what he looked like when he was kidnapped. Hold on. Okay, let me get back to. Okay, you can do it like that. This is him again. This is him, a little boy, beautiful little boy, beautiful little boy. That's him again. Here they go together. So you can. That's when he was. That's when he was a kid. That's what he might look like now. Just in case anybody know the whereabouts, anything that happened to this kid. This ain't America Most Wanted, but this could help too. That's what he looked like. So I want to get into something with him real quick, okay? Because the focus is on a stepmother named Tara. The focus is on her. She the last one to drop that boy off, and she the last one that don't know where his whereabouts is. Some of the teachers said the boy never came to school. They said they didn't see him after the science fair. His mother is somewhere, I believe, in another city or another state. So imagine her getting the news about her son. Let's go. Did they ever find a little boy? No. Going to do a little. I'm going to do a little reading up on him. Real quick. Anybody have any whereabouts about this young man? Please let me know what's going on, or holler at the cops. Look him up. See about the story. You never know. Somebody you might know something. You never know. You know what I mean? KYRON Richard HORMAN, born September the 9th, 2002, an American boy who disappeared from Skyline Elementary School in Portland, Oregon on June 4th, 2010. After attending a science fair, local and state police, along with FBI, conducted a search for HORMAN and launched a criminal investigation, but have not uncovered any information regarding the kid whereabouts. His disappearance sparked the largest criminal investigation in Oregon history. Said the young man was on June 4th, 2010. KYRON was taken to school by his stepmother Tara, or Terry, who then stayed with him while he attended a science fair. Terry stated that she left the school at around 8:45 a.m. and that she last remembered seeing KYRON walking down the hall to his first class. However, he was never seen in his first class, a math class, and was instead marked as absent that day. So y'all tell me what's going on. I'm sorry, I'm getting bored and mad as I speak about it. Because I would be like, be where my son at. Yeah, I couldn't do this. So anyway, let's get back to it. Let's keep it professional. Tara's statement to the police indicate that after leaving the school at 8:45 a.m., she ran errands at two different Fred Meyer's grocery store until about 10:10 a.m. Between then and 11:39 a.m., Tara stated that she was driving her daughter around town in an attempt to use the motion of the vehicle to soothe the Tyler's earache. That's weird. Because, I mean, if my Tyler had an earache and that was that bad, I probably would have took her to the hospital or to the doctors. I'm not going to sit there and hear a baby scream in pain. But anyway, Terry said that she then went to a local gym and worked out until about 12:40 p.m. By 1:21 p.m., she had arrived home and posted photos of KYRON at the science fair on Facebook. Let's do this again. Tara said that she then went to a local gym and worked out until about 12:40 p.m. By 1:21 p.m., she had arrived home and posted photos of KYRON at the scene fair at the science fair on Facebook. I'm sorry about that. At 3:30 p.m., Tara and her husband Kane walked with their daughter. Now, Tara is the stepmother. Kane is the real father. I guess the daughter is the stepdaughter. I don't know. Tara and her husband Kane walked with their daughter Kara to the bus stop to meet KYRON that was supposed to be at school. The bus driver told them that the boy had not boarded the bus after school, however, and to call the school to ask his whereabouts. Tara did so only to be informed by the school secretary that as far as anyone there knew, KYRON had not been at school since earlier that day and that he had accordingly been marked absent. So he was there early. He was at the science fair. The key is what happened after the science fair. Realizing that then the boy was missing, the secretary called 911. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Salute, Sunshine. Thank you for stopping by. We just getting into a missing kid. It's not going to be long. I just want to do a missing child report. That been bothering me lately. That's all. Yep. So the stepmother, they said the boy, let's get it grab. They said the boy had been at school earlier for a science fair. The stepmother said she dropped him off at the science fair, left the science fair, rode around with her daughter in town because her daughter was crying for an earache at 2 years old. I would have took her to the hospital, the doctor. I'm not going to ride around and soothe an earache on a 2-year-old toddler. That's what and then she worked out. I guess she dropped the little girl off and then went to work out. Went back. Now this is a stepmother. Met the boy's dad. Her and the dad and the daughter walked to the bus to get KYRON, and he didn't get off the bus. Now remind you, the mother's in another city, or she might be in another state, right? So you gotta remember, the mother is the one that's got to get this news that her son was missing. No one know what happened to KYRON but the stepmother. Now, I'm not going to get into too much. I'm going to let y'all go because I know y'all probably got things to do. It was said that the father did divorce the stepmother. So I'm going to give him a salute for that because it's not adding up. It's not adding up at all. The teachers said they seen him for the science fair and ain't seen this little boy no more. They marked him absent for the day. So obviously the science fair was in the morning. The search effort for KYRON was extended and focused on a 2-mile radius around Skyline Elementary and on the day of June the 4th. Law enforcement did not disclose the reason for searching the area where they did. And they searched the bridge on June 9th. Now he was kidnapped on June 24th. They are, and that was a step. And you're right, jealous and wicked, mean to hurt a kid, really. On June 9th, 2010, the HORMAN family. Now he was abducted June the 4th. The HORMAN family, who had initially refused to speak with the media, released a statement to the press. KYRON, the little boy that got I thought he was 4, but they said he was 7. Anyway, got kidnapped 7, about 10, 12 years ago. This is their statement. KYRON family would like to thank people for the support and interest in finding their son. The outpouring of support and continued efforts strengthen their hope. We need for folks to continue to assist us in our goal. Please search your properties, cars, buildings, shed, etc., 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 etc. There's a lot of resource here to help. And they gave a statement. On June the 12th, around 300 trained rescuers was on the ground searching wood area near Skyline Elementary. The search for KYRON, which spanned over 10 days, which was the largest in Oregon history and included over 1,300 searchers from Oregon. A reward was posted for any information discovering the young little boy, $25,000, expanded to $50,000. A lot of parents should be locked down if they hurt their kids. I agree with you, realists. A lot of parents and a lot of step-parents should be locked down. This young man, this little boy is so gorgeous, and he'd been missing for about 10, 12 years or 11 years. He'd been missing in 2010. Never found him. Never charged Tara. And Tara's a big suspect in this because she was the last one with him. And everybody knows that. That's the sad part about this. Everybody knows that. But don't charge Sarah. No. See also. Hold on. Let me see what they got here. Tara HORMAN. Now, Tara HORMAN is the stepmother that married King HORMAN. She's the stepmother. I think she have a daughter by him too, but I guess I don't get it. Anyway, Tara HORMAN appeared as a guest on Dr. Phil's in 2016. Yes, y'all. I try to tell y'all this is big. Y'all should look it up yourself. During which she told Dr. Phil, I was advised from the beginning by law enforcement, by my husband at the time, because he divorced her ass, by attorneys in the beginning, not to say anything. I always wanted to. I asked multiple times to speak out and have not been allowed. She denied having any involvement in KYRON disappearing. She denied having any involvement in KYRON's disappearing, and also stated her belief that he was kidnapped, adding there was a man in a white. Come on, don't go running back in and out, boy. I'm doing a live. Anyway, I'm sorry about that, y'all. My son. She denied having any involvement in KYRON's disappearing, and also stated her belief that he was kidnapped, adding there was a man in a white pickup truck Ford parked on Highway 30 at the 7-Eleven. Isn't this about a bitch? Goodness. I know. Isn't this about a bitch? This is what she said. There was a man in a white pickup truck, Ford parked on Highway 30 at 7-Eleven, which is not near the school. He was acting very strange, and he was addressed by one of the employees because he had been pacing back and forth in front of the 7-Elevens for about an hour. Wow, so you must have been there for an hour. You must have been at 7-Eleven's tower for an hour to know this man was pacing back and forth for about an hour. All righty. Boy missing. All right, here we go. The search for KYRON. written by Rebecca Morris, which released in May 2020. The book, it's a book out on him. The book claimed KYRON regular bus driver, a classmate, and two of the classmate family members witnessed KYRON walk through the school parking lot with Tara. This is after the science, y'all. This is after the science fair. I'm going to read it again. Rebecca Morris released the book in May 20. The book claims KYRON regular bus driver, a classmate, and two of the classmate family members witnessed KYRON walk through the school parking lot with Tara HORMAN and her infant daughter on June 4th, 2020. This is after the science fair. Vanished from school. 12. Let me see what I'm reading here. Discover. It's okay. That's the book. I'm not going to read the book no more. Reference. So this case been going on for a minute. Y'all need to look into it. Anybody know his whereabouts? Anything about it? It's time to come out. There's enough kids that have been missing. It's time to come out. It's time to stop hiding. Please, if it was your kids, you would want the same thing. Y'all cops and y'all detectives, y'all are trained to put a person in that room and break them down. Y'all are trained to do that. Why are y'all not breaking Tara down? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't get it. Y'all are trained police officers, detectives, and when y'all put them in that room and y'all wanna terrorize them for 24 hours and threaten them and this and that. Well, why don't y'all do that to her? We talking about a little boy here that's buried somewhere. Obviously he's not alive, and I hope he is. From the bottom of my heart, this case really touched me, and I hope he is. From the bottom of my heart. So I'm going to be doing missing people's reports for a little bit. That's right. Stop having kids by anybody or having anybody around your kids. I don't play that with my kids. Nuh-uh. You must be crazy. Having anybody around your kids and having kids by people that you really don't know. Like, for real. Yes, you're right. Sunshine, exactly. Salute. But with that going on, I'm going to let y'all go. Like I told you, I'm a little weak today. I'm going to let y'all go, but I do want to leave y'all with this. I got a lot of other cases that I'm going to put on here. And I hope he don't even, and guess what, Sunshine? If you look the case up and look at the comments, a lot of people said the same thing you said. I hope he didn't suffer either. I hope he did. But you know what? His real mother, who was in another city when this happened, Sunshine, she had to get that mess. She's a better mother than me because, let me just shut up. Let me leave it alone. Anyway, she's a better mother than me because it was something. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it with this. I'm going to be doing a little couple of missing cases a week because it's things that we need to talk about on this sex trafficking, kids sex trafficking, kidnap. There's a lot of things that we could talk about that really need to be addressed and need to be out. And I'm going to do a couple of faces and a couple of kids cases, teenage cases, grown people cases that have been kidnapped. Because if y'all look into it, it's been a lot of that all over the world. And nobody care about nothing but who said this, who did this, who house looked like this, who got the freshest clothes and want to dance in bathrooms and shit. You feel what I mean? So I'm going to still be doing my lives. I mean, it's not going to be all about kidnapping. But I'm definitely going to do at least one a week because we need to get it out. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all coming. I know I'm a little early with it. I really appreciate y'all support. And I'm going to leave this message. And I really want to leave this message. So check this message out. And this is how I feel. If you was an adult and you have that much hate or that much sickness in your mind to abduct or kidnap, maybe I said it wrong, so how does this sound? To kidnap a child, when I say child, I'm talking from 22, 21, all the way down. Because 21, 22, little girls, 23, 24-year-old girls have been kidnapped, a lot of them in America, and been sex trafficking all over the world. And nobody never seen them again. And that's sad. Right from college. So I'm talking about the 21s all the way down to 1-2-year-olds. If you that sick to kidnap a child and hurt a child, then you need to be up under the jail. That means dead. That's sick to hurt children. Because if you have children, and even if you don't, if you look in a baby's eyes from 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, they all have that innocent look in their eyes. They don't know nothing. And to kidnap a kid and to abduct them and to hurt them, and you the mother, and you supposed to be the stepmother or the stepfather or the uncle or the cousin, that's even worse. That's straight hate. It's not cute and it's not funny. And if you want to put it in my book, I come from a hood where we have a code: you don't snitch. Snitches get stitches or snitches get ditches. But a pedophile, a rapist, a person that pedophile children, a child molester, a kidnapper, when it comes to kids, you worse than a fucking snitch. You worse than a fucking snitch. And anybody can take it any way they want. I'm not giving a snitch a pass, but you got to be sick in your head to mess with children. What's up, fam? I'm glad you stopped by. I'm about to shut it down, but it's a good one, though. Make sure y'all hit that hit like and share. You got to be sick in your head to mess with kids. Like I said, I am Sakina Jones. I will be doing 2 or 1 report on missing children every week. And anybody know the whereabouts, anybody know anything, please let this kid's soul rest in peace. Please come up and say something. Please. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate those that tuned in. It wasn't a long segment. It's just something that I really need to get off my chest. Really. I appreciate it, bro. Love you. Realist on the internet. Please stop by his channel. He is coming up. Very intelligent African-American young brother. Very handsome young man. He's coming up. Got my family in here. And they are. What's wrong with street justice? And that's what we need. That's what we need. Because when it comes down to children, kids, a lot of people don't play that, and I do not play that. And I don't care if you have kids or don't have kids. You don't mess around when it comes to kids. Simple as that. So I'm going to let y'all go. I hope y'all enjoy your night. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it down because I'm a little tired today. And I really appreciate y'all for coming by. Hey, bro, I'm going to hit you on an email.